Hi, I'm Kirsten. I'm here with Pranam Yoga Shala, and today we're going to focus on back bends and twisting. I have Lauren and Alyssa here to help demonstrate the movements as we go along. So we're going to start today on our backs, and then bring the soles of your feet to the floor with the knees pointed up towards the ceiling, and take the feet as wide as your yoga mat. Let the knees knock in towards one another. Allow this posture to become really restful and restorative. Maybe the eyes close or the gaze will soften. Take this time to feel your body resting on the floor. And take this time to notice your inhale and your exhale. Begin to breathe in and out through the nostrils. And notice whether or not you're breathing in through the left nostril or you're breathing in through the right nostril. Feel your body softening on the floor. Let the knees become even heavier. Let the muscles of the shoulders relax, relaxing the jaw, relaxing the tongue, relaxing the eyes. And then as you continue to watch your breath, begin to deepen and lengthen the inhales and the exhales. So as you inhale, you can watch the inhale go through the nostril. Feel it go down the back of the throat. Follow it down the front of the spine, down into the belly, and the belly button will rise up towards the ceiling as you inhale. The bottom of the rib cage will relax and expand, filling the torso with air. And then as you exhale, the belly button will fall back in towards the spine. The rib cage will move back in towards itself as you push the air up and out the same way that it came in. And continue to focus on this breath, watching it move in your body. Maybe even taking this time to measure your breaths. So as you inhale, you could count to 3 or to 4 or to 5. And as you exhale, you could count to 4 or to 5 or to 6. And then with continued focus on the breath, begin to heel toe the feet so that they're in line with the sit bones. The knees will come apart as they continue to face towards the ceiling. Bringing more energy into the body, the palms of the hands will press into the floor. And as you inhale, press the hands and the feet into the floor as you gently begin to lift the hips towards the ceiling, rolling the spine away from the floor. As you exhale, Slowly roll the spine back down to the floor. Begin to let the knees fall to the left, and then bring them back and windshield wiper the knees from side to side, letting them fall to the left and letting them fall to the right. Bringing movement into the hips, movement into the body, into the spine. Becoming aware of any sensations that you are feeling. Maybe making note of where there's extra tension. And then the next time the knees are over to the left, let them fall to the floor and stay there. And pause. And you could bring the hands out to a cactus shape, out to a T. And if it feels good on the neck, perhaps you start to bring the gaze over the right shoulder. Breathing into this twist. Again, following the inhale through the nostril, down the back of the throat, allowing the belly to rise. And following the exhale as the belly button falls back in towards the spine and exits the same way that it came in. As you inhale, bring the knees, pointing them back towards the ceiling. Press the feet into the floor, bringing them closer to the sit bones. And then bring the hands back down to the side, palms towards the floor. And inhale, press into the hands, press into the feet as you gently lift the hips towards the ceiling. Exhale, slowly roll back down the spine, bringing the hips back to the floor. Once again, windshield wiper the knees from side to side, letting the knees fall to the left and fall to the right. And then the next time the knees are all the way to the right, allow them to pause there and stay there, making a choice onto what you would like to do with your arms. So you could find that T, or maybe the goalpost, or that W cactus shape. If it feels okay on the neck, perhaps you turn your gaze towards the left shoulder. Making note again of how the breath is moving in the body. Becoming aware of any sensations. And then on your inhale, bring the knees back up through center. Hug the knees into the chest and rock gently from side to side, massaging the low back. And then rock over to your side. And we'll begin to make our way up towards seated. And then however you would like to, we'll bring the hands under the shoulders and the knees will come under the hips. So we'll find our way into a tabletop position. So the hands are directly under the shoulders and the knees are directly under the hips. As you inhale, this belly's going to drop towards the floor. The heart will pull through the arms and the gaze will come forward. And then as you exhale, press into the floor, arch the spine, gaze back at the thighs. The whole inhale drops the belly towards the floor, gaze is out in front. And the whole exhale, press into the floor, tuck the pelvis as you gaze back at the thighs. Inhale, drops your belly. Collarbones are broad, heart is pulling through. Exhale, press into the floor, arching the spine. The navel will draw up and in. Inhale, drops the belly. Exhale, pushes the floor away. Inhale, drops the belly. Exhale, press into the floor, arch the spine. One more time to inhale, drop the belly. Exhale, press the floor away. Come back to a neutral spine, and then tuck your toes and lift your hips up and back, and we'll come into a downward facing dog. Take this time to get acquainted with this shape in your body. You could pedal the feet out, so pressing one heel to the floor and then the other. Rock the hips from side to side. But we want to have space between the fingers so we can see the colors of our mats as we're pressing into the peace sign fingers and the index and the thumb part of our hand. The triceps then are wrapping in towards the ears. So we're creating this opposite motion in our down dog of pressing into the fronts of or to the thumb side of the hands and then wrapping the triceps in. The sit bones are reaching up and back behind you, and the feet are about 2 fists apart. If your hamstrings are really tight, you could walk the feet so they're a little bit wider than hip distance apart and bend slightly into the knees. The heels are descending towards the floor. And we'll stay here for 2 more breaths. And then on your next inhale, gaze between the thumbs as you roll yourself forward to the top of a push-up. Keep looking forward and then lower down to the knees. Hug the elbows into the side as you lower all the way down to the floor. Untuck your toes and we'll come into a Sphinx pose. So the elbows are going to come directly under the shoulders and the index fingers will be parallel to the edges of our mats. The heart is pulling through the gates of the arms, and the tops of the feet are pressing into the floor. If you're feeling any pinching or pain in your lower back, imagine pressing the pubic bone just slightly into the floor. The tail is reaching towards the heels. And then again, even in this shape, can you connect to your breath as it moves in and out of the nostrils? Can you still make space in the belly as you inhale? Can you soften your jaw? And we'll be here for 1 more breath. And then as you exhale, bring the hands one to stack on top of the other, and the forehead will come to rest on the hands. The elbows can come out to the side. Bending at the knees, the feet will point up towards the ceiling, and then you can windshield wiper the feet from side to side. pressing the feet back into the floor so that all the top of all 10 toes are pressing firmly into the floor. We'll bring the hands, under the shoulders. From here, we're going to hug the elbows in towards the side, and as we press the tops of our feet into the floor, as we inhale, we'll pull the heart forward, rising up into a cobra pose. Exhale, lowers back down to the floor. We'll do this 3 more times. So as you inhale, press into the floor, press the tops of the feet, and heart rises. Exhale to lower back down. 1 more time, inhale. Exhale, lower back down. Tuck the toes under, push to the hands and knees, and then lift the hips up and back to your downward facing dog. Stay for the inhale. Stay for the exhale. And now walk your feet to the top of the mat. As you inhale here, the heart will reach half high, so the hands could slide to the shins or to the thighs, but the spine is long. And then exhale, forward fold. Pressing through the feet, a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, the arms will reach up wide over the head. Hands come to touch at the top. And then as you exhale, the hands can come down through heart center and then down to the side, Tadasana, mountain pose. Feeling the feet grounding into the earth, can you connect with all 4 corners of your feet? So the big toe ball mound, the pinky toe ball mound, and both sides of the heels. The collarbones are broad. The shoulders are falling down the back. And then inhale, the arms will reach up over the head. Gaze at the fingers at the top. And then exhale, pull the navel up and in as you begin to forward fold. The hands slide up to the shins or the thighs as the spine reaches long, and inhale. Exhale, plant the hands and step back with the right leg, lower down to the right knee. Taking a moment to set up our low lunge, we want the knee to be stacked directly over the ankle. The legs are hugging in towards midline, and as you inhale, the arms will reach up towards the ceiling. And now, as we exhale, we're going to open the elbows out to the side as we cactus the arms, or goalpost the arms, or create that W shape. The heart now is reaching up towards the ceiling, so almost like somebody had a string attached to your sternum. It begins to pull the sternum or the breastbone up, or maybe as if I had come and taken my hand between the shoulder blades and pushed the heart forward. Inhale, straighten the arms. And now as you exhale, plant the right hand on the inside of the left foot. And then inhale, the left arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Keep hugging the legs toward midline. Exhaling, the left hand frames the left foot. As you inhale, gaze forward. Tuck the right toes, and as you exhale, step forward. Inhale, the heart reaches half high. Exhale, forward fold. Press through the feet, slight bend in the knees. Inhale, arms reach all the way up over the head. Exhale, hands pull down through heart center, down to the side, Tadasana. Inhale, the arms reach up over the head. Let this be big and take up your space. And then as you exhale, pull the navel up and in as you forward fold, adding a slight bend in the knees. Inhale, the heart reaches half high. Hands slide up to the shins or the thighs. The shoulder heads roll back. Exhale, plant the hands. This time, step back with the left leg and lower down to the left knee. Setting up on this side, the right knee is stacked over the right ankle, hugging the legs toward midline. As you inhale, the arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then again, exhale, open the arms wide so we cactus the arms and the heart begins to pull up towards the ceiling. We'll stay here for 2 more breaths, watching the inhale, watching the exhale. Continue to hug the legs towards midline. Wobbling is normal as we begin to learn and find our balance. And then inhale to straighten the arms. Exhale, the left hand plants on the inside of the right foot. And inhale, the right arm reaches up towards the ceiling. Keep hugging the legs toward midline. And then as you exhale, bring the right hand down to the outside of the right foot. Gaze forward. Exhale to step forward. Inhale, the heart reaches half high. Exhale to forward fold. Slight bend in the knees and press through the feet as you inhale. The arms reach all the way up over the head. Exhale, hands will come down through heart center, down to the side, Tadasana. Inhale, arms reach over the head, all the way up. Exhale, navel towards spine, a slight bend in the knees as you forward fold. Inhale to half high, hands slide up to the shins or the thighs. Exhale, plant the hands, step back to the top of your push-up, lower down to the knees, and then bring the big toes to touch. The knees will come wide and shift the hips back towards the heels. The forehead will come towards the floor in a child's pose. As you inhale, rise back up to the hands and knees. And then come back down to your seats, and we'll bring the legs out in front of us as we begin to make our way back down to the floor. Keeping the legs long, we'll inhale, the arms reach up over the head, and exhale to forward fold. You can bend the knees as much as needed here. And then inhale, rise back up. Arms reach up towards the ceiling. And then exhale, bring the hands back down, bend in the knees, and start to make your way onto your back. I encourage you, if you have more time, to stay longer for what we call Shavasana, our final resting posture. Taking this time to relax the body, relax the breath, and rest. Thank you for watching today. Namaste.